What's happening, guys? Today's another day on the channel and we are at the Junkyard today. We're trying to find a fan for the Miata, and we might try to find some LS parts too, so let's go ahead and try to see what we can find. So guys, we just left the Junkyard. We got a couple fans here. These are from a Honda, and we are ready to put these things in. I tested them on a truck. They work. This one is very good and it has no bearing play in it. This one is good. It's got a little bit of bearing play in it. It's actually sitting on the thing. That's why it's not spinning that great. And it looks like it has a little bit of a dent in the motor part, but I tested it, ran perfect. So we are good to go with that. And there we go. This one and this one together will have more CFM than both of the Miata fans. So these are going to stick over the radiator a little bit, which I'll try to get some rubber or something to put on the top up here and on the bottom down here so that it'll actually seal it up again so that we can actually have a good flow through the radiator. And while putting both of these on, we should have no more fan problems and the car should run a lot cooler. If it does not, then we're going to have to diagnose what's actually going on with the ECU, and we're going to get a mega squirt for it. While here at the Junkyard, I tried to find the throttle position sensor that will work with the Miata, and there was no luck. So we're going to have to figure out that one in a little bit, but we'll see what's going on, and we'll be right back with you guys when we get to the farm. Okay, so we're stopping real quick for some food because she's hungry, and then we're going to go and we're going to see what we could do today for some installs. Okay, so now we're at the shop here. We got the 180 here, and we got some parts. All this stuff came for me this week. So this is our gasket for the 180 here, which I also have forgotten to cover her up before I left last time. So I have to clean off the bottom now, which, yeah, we got to do that. We're going to use some PV Blaster and an air hose to really get in there and clean it out. And like I said, we're only going to run this thing for about 5 minutes when we first started up this time, and then we're going to immediately drain the oil out of it. So yeah, let's go ahead and open this up, and we're going to get our camera person, and she's going to help out. So we're going to do that real quick. Okay, so we're going to do an unboxing here. We got this here, and oh, it's already a little open on this side here. Gonna boom, pull her on out, and then oh man, look at that. No, nice MLS gasket there, and this goes on here like that. There we go. That's on. Okay, not really. We're gonna clean that off first, and then over here I just kind of bent this so that now we can possibly try to get this to fit onto the car. Right here I opened this up already, but this right here gotta stop vaping. This here is our coil pack. Check this thing out. So this thing should go on the tractor and it should run now. So we're gonna hopefully see that running today. We're gonna try to get it running. And then this here, open this up, and ooh, look at that. Brand new harness right here. And that's for the motor that's under here, down there, that bad girl. We need to get a throttle body for it, and we need to get a slide for the throttle, and then that thing should be able to be put together. Also, the tractor bottom needs to be fabricated a little bit more there. And then right here, got to grab a razor blade, hopefully not cut herself. She tried to pick this up yesterday, and it was very heavy, and she did not expect it, so she's struggling a little. So, I'll figure out how to open this now. We're gonna go from this side, actually. This side looks all beat up. And we're just gonna cut the box. And then I know everybody's gonna be like, oh man, you cheaped out once again, blah, 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 blah. And you know what? There's better ways to spend my money than to spend it on something that is just gonna wear on me. Oh, wow. This actually isn't the same color this time, but hopefully this is what I ordered here. So we got our new XTD clutch. This is the pressure plate right here, brand new. Should be for SR, I hope it is. Got our new pilot bearing there with our new guide. This is our throw-up bearing, which I need to go to a press to do that. And then we have our 6-puck unsprung clutch right here, which this is going to be the deciding factor if I run this clutch or not, because it's unsprung. I've never really run an unspun clutch, so we'll see how this runs. If this runs like Dookie and I don't like it, then we're gonna just go ahead and spend real money and get the clutch that I actually want. So this was just so that we can get the car up and running again and see how this is gonna feel. And if it feels, like I said, like poop, we'll get the good one. So there's all that stuff, and I don't believe I dropped anything. We'll hold on to this box because I don't know how well this is, and like there is a return address, and we'll see. I don't know if this pressure plate here is the same size, so we'll see about that in a second. But let's go outside and we're gonna go ahead and take a look at this tractor and see if we can pull that into here. Okay, so we're installing our new coil pack here, and this should work. I hope it works. It's better. So this is gonna go here. We're gonna have to tighten this down. We go and grab our wrench real quick. This goes on here, and then this goes here, which I wanted to switch out my thing to the one that's over here so that it actually goes on it sideways again. So that it goes like this, and then it'll go like this, and then that'll go like that, but we'll see. We'll just try to leave this on here for right now, and then we'll put this there, and that'll go there. Okay. Now, a lot of this is already set up. I have to reattach this. I have to go get my cover that goes over this and put that on. And then I have to reattach some of this stuff, and then we should be good to go. These tires are really holding some air right now. Plug this into here because this is for our headlights, which we'll get all that really going later on. Like I said in the last video, or possibly something like that, that I think I'm going to keep this thing now because I want to be able to move these cars around if they're dead, and I don't want to have to pull it with my truck. And this thing will do just that. All we need in the back here is a nice tow hitch wall, and we should be able to hook a rope up to it and then put this thing into low, the first gear, and then it'll pull it right away. So should be good there. But yeah, I think I could try to start it, but I also don't want to like break anything here. So let me try to do this. Pull that off to the side there, and then so it cranks. That's a good sign. We could actually do a test really quick, and we could go and pull the spark plug out of here, and we could try to see if it's going to crank over. And if it does crank over, then it means we're having spark and that this is actually good now. And then we should be able to put this on here, and then it should crank and it should work right. So I'm just a little afraid that like I'm going to put this line on and then it's going to burn up the wire again or something like that, and then we're going to have to get another coil pack and then wait another while for it to come. So we will have to get new gas for this, and yes, so we'll be right back with some more stuff. Okay, so we got the tractor inside the shop now, and what we're doing is we're trying to make sure that it's going to work the way it's supposed to work. And it does. So the coil pack is igniting the spark, and it's sparking here. So we don't have a problem with spark anymore. We could possibly have a problem with our fuel system because it did sit for a while again. And if you guys remember before, the fuel system didn't really work the greatest. I'm trying to fix my throttle like linkage right there. So if you remember before, it didn't actually get fuel like a good way. So we had to like readjust the fuel pump here. We had to fill it up with gas in the back there, which the gas in the back would be bad again, and blah, blah, blah. Then something that I noticed with this actual starter here, or this key solenoid, is that if you turn it all the way and you hold it at full turn, it stops sparking once it picks up RPM. So you have to hold it a little bit back from start and it'll spark the whole time. So you can't just get in there and just whammer or jammer all the way to the start position, because it just won't work. So You got to go in there, and then you got to give her the old finesse, and then get her to start cranking, and then let off a little bit, and it should be good. So we're gonna have to go through this thing, and I'm going to check to see if it's got fuel. If it's getting fuel, try to see what's going on with the other stuff, and try to get the actual throttle to move back and forth so I can have a throttle again. So we're gonna try to figure out what it is. If I can't fix it, then I guess what we'll do is we'll bring it to a actual tractor place and see if they can fix it, which is kind of a kick in the face because I should be able to fix this, but I just don't know where to go with the tractor anymore. So I could go to Jack, and Jack is the tractor master, and he could try to fix it for me. So yeah, if we can't fix it, maybe we'll have Jack try to fix it. So let's go ahead and try to get some new fuel for it, and then see what else we can get with it. Okay, so the tractor is back together. We had to cut a little slit in this right here so that we could have that come up through there. And we need another 10 mil to go on this side right here so that it'll hold these two together to the actual block. But the cable just wasn't long enough to go around, and I did end up switching it over to the sideways one here so that this is actually like the way it's supposed to go. It cranks good. It seems like it's got some stuff going on with it. It just doesn't actually fire up still. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to figure out if I have any fuel going to it, and if I don't, then that's our problem, and we need to get the fuel going to it once again. So let's go ahead and check the fuel. I smelled it already, and the fuel in the back here is not good, so we need to get actual gas that'll go in the back, and I have a gas can over there that I can use to fill up this thing with gas. But we're going to try to figure out one more thing, and then, I don't know. I want to actually go over here and organize this stuff here. So I'm going to pull everything from this corner here out, and I'm going to put the bins on this right here, and then I'm going to put my tires in front of the bins, and then I'll put my scooter on the side next to the bins right there so that I'll have more room to actually push the car back and forth on this side, and then we'll actually be able to move the car over a little bit because this side will be a little bit more opened up, and I'll only be using these two rafters instead of all 3 sets right there. So that's probably going to be like something that we'll do at the end of this video or something like that. So let's go ahead and try to get some gas to work for this thing, and we'll see what we could do in a second. Okay, so the fuel pump isn't pumping once again, so I need to pop the fuel pump off, and I need to put the lines into a thing so that I can actually pump it again, and then it will actually have fuel going through it. And while we're out, I'm going to leave right now, and while we're out, I'm actually going to get some gas for this, and then we're going to come back, and we should be able to pump some fuel through it, and we should be able to put some brand new gas in it and get it so that it'll actually start up. Once it starts up, guys, we are good to go, man. We're going to have a brand new starter solenoid here, which we can turn that off because it's going to drain the battery. Starter, we have new ignition coil here. We have a new spark plug. We just got the new coil pack. We got some new stuff on this thing, and we are ready to roll with this thing. This thing will be back on the grass outside soon. So like I said, once this is back and running, we'll be able to move the cars around easier because we'll be able to just pull it with this instead of like using like the truck or something like that. So yeah, let's go get some gas, and we'll be back soon. Okay, so we're back at the shop, and it's been some time. We got the old gas draining out down there. It smells horrible, so that gas is definitely bad. We're going to come up here, and what we're going to do is we're going to pop off our fuel pump once again. We're going to take off the screws that hold it on. We'll take off this fitting here, pull that off, and then we're going to go ahead and go through, and we're going to try to pump the fuel pump itself, leaving this line. We'll probably pull this line off and put it onto this side, and then leaving this line on, we'll try to pump it and get the fluid to go back through the line. Then we'll put the fuel pump on, fill it up with new gas, and then we should be able to try to start it up and get it running. If we don't, like I said, I'm going to see what Jack can come over and help us do to get it to run again, and it will probably need some more parts to get it to run better. So let's go ahead and try to get some stuff onto this so we can get it to run again right now. Okay, so she didn't think I was going to get this thing running, and now she's ragging on me because she thinks I'm a bad mechanic, but we're going to hopefully get this on the first shot this time. It needs a new fuel pump. It's got a new coil pack. It's got a new spark plug. It's got a new starter solenoid thing down here. We got some new fuses in it. I rewired some stuff, and it sounds like it runs pretty good. But let's go ahead and try to give her a fire up here. As you just heard, tractor is back up and running. We need a couple more things. We need a fuel pump so we can actually have our fuel in the back again. What I want to get is I want to get another choke here for it because this choke actually broke. And I want to be able to use the choke all the way and everything like that. Then after those few things, we should just be able to charge up this battery a little bit, go over it one other time, get the right size pipe for the exhaust here, which, wow, that thing is hot. I barely touched it. And this thing should be running and driving. We could take it for a nice little rip right tonight, but to get it to run and drive the way I want it to, where a lot of the stuff is actually just turnkey go, we're gonna have to wait another day for so that we can actually get some more stuff for it. So let's go ahead. We're gonna start it up with the jump pack because the battery's pretty dead, and then we're gonna back her out. We're gonna put around on the track on the outside, and then we'll be right back inside, and then we'll see what else we can do today. So we'll be right back. Okay, and now the shop area here is cleaned a little bit better. So we got all our stuff lined up right here. We moved our boxes, like I said, from there over to here. We got them in the line now, and then we got all our rims right here set up. I'm gonna try to sell some of this stuff. So I know somebody wanted this Jack's Racing thing. She was very far away. If she wants to help out and pay for the shipping, then I'll ship it out again. But it's just a lot of money to ship all the way over there. So this thing is up for grabs. Anybody who's in South Florida that wants it. This rim, I want to sell this, but this is also like a memorabilia thing here of the crash of Marcus Parks with Chris Rudnick's cars. So we're going to sell this thing for about 250 bucks. I feel like that's a pretty good deal right there because it shows some, I'll even sign this thing. I'll have Jack and Chris and Shaw and some other people sign this thing if they want. That all depends if somebody's going to buy this thing. So we'll do that. I have something else around here too that I was going to sell. There's this motor right here, the GY6. If somebody wants this thing, another 250 bucks, come pick it up. I do have the wheel. The wheel for it is right here. This is the wheel for the GY6. I have another wheel too that will fit onto there, I believe. And then over here, we have the transmission from the Chevy, the LS motor. So anybody who needs that, let me know. I got that down there. Not the spacers. I need those for the 180. Yeah, I got the fans for the Miata now, which now we're going to go ahead and we're going to take the tractor out for a little spin outside, and then we'll pull it off to the side, pump up the tires again because we don't want those things to go flat. And yeah, we'll work on something else now, and we'll try to get the Miata, I guess, started up a little something today. So let's see what we can do with that. Yeah, so something's wrong. I know I didn't put a piece of plastic on this side over here, so yeah, got a problem. But we made it outside. I guess I'm just gonna push it back. I'm gonna take my fuel system off and I'm just gonna push it back over to where it needs to go, and then put this fuel into the actual gas tank and just turn the gas petcock so that it's like closed, and just leave her for another day. So the next time we come at it, we'll have a fuel pump, we'll have the choke cable, we'll be putting a plastic piece under here, and we'll be trying to figure out a better exhaust, or we'll be trying to make it just a better overall tractor. I wonder if that works. Is this key still on? No, it's got to be running. The lights work, and I want to get all the lights to work. I want both fronts and both brake lights to work for it. So we'll be coming back to this thing pretty soon because now we got it to actually run again. So that's a big step. So now we'll be getting it to actually move better. So we'll be back with some more, but that's about it for this video, I think. And yeah, guys, if you guys like the video, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, comment, share, do all the good stuff, and hopefully we'll have better tractor content later. Yeah, later.